All right, so everyone's gonna be on the floor. Let me just make sure this is good. Cool. So just meet me in like on all fours, or I don't know what you call this. Okay. Position. Stay safe. Thanks, Siri. Everyone, you're gonna bring your feet together. So we're gonna go into a butterfly stretch. If you've never done this before, your knees don't have to be touching the ground. They can kind of be wherever you want them to be, wherever they naturally sit. I'm just gonna have you try to bring the feet touching and then have your chest up nice and tall. So sit tall. And we're just gonna sit here for a second, and I kind of want you to just feel this out. So if you can push your knees down pretty easily, great. If not, it's not a big deal. Just let them float up, but make sure it's not pinchy, and then make sure you're not rounding over so spine is nice and tall. Just gonna have you sit here just for a few seconds and take a few breaths. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, so we're gonna work on our internal, external rotation of the hips. So what I'm gonna have you do from here is just try to create a little bit of tension down with your knees. So if you can touch the floor, which I might be able to do, that's fine. Still push down as if the floor wasn't there. As far down as you can go. We're gonna do that for 5 seconds. So you're gonna push down. Nothing should hurt. If it hurts, come back up. Okay, so push down as far as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it back up and relax for a sec. Okay, we're gonna do that again. This time what I want you to do is I want you to push down a little bit harder, and you're gonna set your hands on top of your knees once you find that end point where you can't go any further, okay? So push the knees down, 5 seconds, a little bit harder, 5, 4, 3, set your hands on your knees, 2, 1. Don't move your hands, but push up against them with your knees. So you're going in the opposite direction. Try to lift them up, but resist with your hands, okay? High as you can, or as hard as you can, I should say. Don't actually lift your knees up. 3, 2, 1. You can lift your hands. You're going back down, so push your knees down. We're opening up your hips. So again, sit tall. Push the knees as far down as you can go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands go on the knees. Try to push into your hands, but don't move the hands. Other direction. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. One more time. Feet together, knees down, far as you can go. This time, ramp it up. Push as hard as you can without hurting yourself. Ready, set, go. Knees go down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to keep them there. Hands go on the knees. Push up. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Shake it out. Move your knees if you need to, or your feet around. If anything's super pinchy, just kind of back off a little bit. But we're going to go straight into the 90-90 position. We've been doing this every week. So if you haven't been here before, you're going to try to bring this front knee out in front of you. We'll start with our left leg. You should be able to make a 90-degree angle from your foot to your knee to your hip. And then this back trail leg, which is going to be your right knee, is going to be at a 90-degree angle as well from here. So if you were to look from this angle, you should see a straight line from both feet through here. All right, so everyone's going to meet me here. We're not going to spend a ton of time here. We're going to loosen up your hips, and then we're going to get started. So everyone's going to have their chest facing their front left knee. You're going to drive that left knee down toward the floor and just gently bring that chest forward, not down over the knee, forward like you're being pulled across the room. You should feel this in your left glute or the tissue in the back of the hip. Tall chest, you're not rounding your spine. From there, gently come back, tall chest, turn towards your right knee through your torso, not moving the knee at all, so you're not letting it bounce up. Keep it down. If you want to make this a little bit more exaggerated, you can grab the thickness of your thigh and turn it toward the ground as you turn your torso. Okay, so we're working the internal rotators of the right leg, external rotators of the left leg, best you can. 3, 2, 1. From here, back over to the left. shifting that weight forward, just feeling that tissue stretch in the bottom of the left hip. You can put your hands down if you prefer. To make this harder, hands would be up. It's up to you, wherever you feel comfortable, but you feel it actually working in the back of the left hip. For 3, 2, 1, and good. Back to the right. Try to pull that leg if you can. If not, no worries. But keep that chest tall as you twist, pushing this right knee into the floor. Down. 3, 2, 1, and good. From here, we're just gonna flip our knees, but keep our feet right where they're at. So you're just gonna turn over to the other direction so that we have the same, roughly the same setup on the other side. Doesn't have to look exactly the same, but similar. If you need to make adjustments, you can. If it's too much of a stretch, bring your feet a little closer together. This will make it a lot easier, especially when you're internally rotating. This won't be nearly as much of a, you won't feel it as much, but if you're having like pain or pinchiness in the left side of your hip or your lower back, bringing the feet a little closer should reduce that pinchiness that you feel. Okay, everyone else, you're gonna try to stay in this 90 position out here. So hands are up, you're gonna face that right knee, and you're gonna try and bring that chest forward until you feel it in your right glute, as far as you can. For 3, 2, 1, back over to the left, pulling that foot, thigh forward, almost like you're rotating it towards the front of the leg as you twist towards the back knee. 3, 2, 1, one more time. Push down on this right knee, semi-hard, not like 100%, like 50%. So you're creating some tension. Chest is going over that knee. 3, 2, 1, come back up nice and slow, twisting toward the right. Censored lights, hopefully you can still see me. No, okay. 3, 2, 1, and good. We did it 3 times on the other side, so to keep things even, because I know there's some people in here that will give me a hard time. Over to the right one more time. Sink into that stretch as far as you can until your right glute feels a little bit of tension. Chest is forward. Hands can be down. For 3, don't forget to breathe. 2, 1, back to the left. Really pull that thigh, rotate it forward, and twist towards that left knee for 3, 2, 1, and good. We're just gonna do a couple of, they would call this a bear sit back and forth. We're just gonna swing the legs right to left. So keep the feet right where they're at, drive the heels down. You're gonna go side to side, just feeling out your hips. If you wanna make this harder, lift the hands back and forth. One more time. You might move around like I'm shifting forward. It's totally fine. Last one. And good. Get the light on. There we go. I'll be bouncing around, so hopefully that'll help. All right, let's keep going. If you have any questions, again, pop it in the chat. I won't be able to see you this time. We're gonna go right into a push-up position. So we're gonna do somewhat of a yoga flow. It's not really, I won't call it yoga. We're gonna try to sync our breath a little bit with moving, but it's almost like a sun salutation, but a modified version. So everyone's gonna be on their hands and knees to start. You just pop yourself up to a full push-up position. Okay, we're gonna go to downward facing dog. So you're just gonna shift your hips up, pushing your shoulders towards your hips. So you're driving the floor away. And try to keep a nice straight spine. So don't round your back too much in either direction. Just try to stay as flat as you can. And just breathe here for a second. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go into a push-up position, so a full plank. And I'm gonna have you go into what's called a runner's lunge. You're gonna kick the leg up. So your feet or your foot is gonna be close to your left hand. So if you're using the left leg, left hand, obviously if you did the other leg, Doesn't matter which side you're doing, just follow my cues. From here, we're gonna stay. If you need to drop your knee because it's too much, it's totally fine. Just make sure you're pushing through the floor with your hands. Don't round over and hunch. Push through the floor. Knee will float up if you can. You're gonna take, if you're on your opposite, so if you have your left foot down, you're gonna keep your right hand down, and we're just gonna twist open toward the ceiling. Hand can go behind the head. Just hold there for a second. Try to breathe. And we're gonna bring the hand back down to the instep of the foot. You're going to drop the back knee, and you're going to hinge back, keeping this front heel down. Your spine can round, but I want you to try to straighten out this leg as you feel your hamstring stretching. If you want to flex your quad a little bit, you can do that too, or pull your foot up. You'll feel a little bit more of a stretch here. Okay, so hold that for 3, 2, 1. A modified version is just to keep a slight bend in the knee, keeping your spine as tall as you can. So right there, we're gonna go back to that plank position right here. So where your runner's lunge, to plank, to downward facing dog. And just breathe. If you want to bicycle your feet, you can get a little stretch to the calves. Going right back to a push-up position. From here, you're gonna go to the other side. Just hang here for a second. Make sure you're pushing through the floor so you're active through your hands, pushing through your foot. From there, you're gonna twist open. If you do the hand that's on the instep and you try to twist, it's gonna be a lot harder. You'll feel it, and you're gonna be like, wow, this is hard. It's because it is. So it shouldn't be that hard to twist the other direction. You're twisting towards your foot or your knee that's in front of you. And bring it down. Drop the back knee. Shift your weight back. Pull that foot towards you. Try to keep a tallish spine. You can round a little bit, it's totally fine. And then bring yourself back up to that runner's lunge and back to push-up plank. If you need to pause, just take a breather. You're fine. I'm gonna tie my shoe. We're gonna do that same thing, but now we're gonna do it faster. So we're gonna try and do it almost like a flow. So try to stay with me if you can. If you get lost, just reset. But we're going push-up position, downward facing dog, plank, runner's lunge, twist. Don't forget to breathe. Hand goes down, knee drops, hamstring stretch, back up, runner's lunge, plank position. If you want to toss a push-up in, you can. Downward facing dog, push-up position, runner's lunge on the other side, twist open, hand can go up, can go behind the head, whichever you prefer. Back down, drop the back knee, shift into that hamstring stretch, and back up to a plank. We're gonna go one more time. This time we're gonna not pause. Do it at your own pace, but you're just gonna kind of flow as best as you can. So push-up position, plank. Make sure you're pushing the floor away. Don't let your shoulder blades collapse. All the way up. Downward facing dog. Swing the leg through to a runner's lunge. Twist open. Drop the hand. Drop the back knee. Hamstring stretch. Loosen it up. Back up. Downward facing dog. Don't forget to breathe. Shift forward. Twist. Drop the hand. Back knees down. Hamstring stretch. Best you can. Keep breathing. Shift forward. Push-up position. and relax. Hopefully you feel a little loosened up through the hips, spine, and we're gonna get to it. So if you have any questions, feel free, chat. If not, we're gonna get into it. Be nice if you could see my head. If you have any questions, let me know. Take a little breather, grab water. We're gonna go slow to start. Some of the stuff is new that we've never done, so I'll do my best to explain and try not to be out of breath halfway through. But if you're ready, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna have everyone kick their legs out. Maybe I should have tied my shoes before I started. All right, kick the legs wide. So we're gonna start in a wide lunge. If this feels weird, or you feel a big stretch already, just take your time. You don't have to sink as low as we're gonna go. But we're gonna start in a side-to-side lunge, the low lunge, and we're gonna stay down the whole way through. So what I'll have you do is you can point your toes a little bit. They don't have to be facing forward, but make sure your heels are down. So as we do this, try not to let your heels come up off the ground. You're going to sink to whatever side you want. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do a side lunge. If this foot comes up, that's okay, but this foot needs to stay down. For a modification, you could put your knee and your elbow. You can kind of support yourself if you feel like this is hard already. If not, hands would be up. We're going to stay low and transfer the other direction best you can. Okay, so side to side, low side lunge. Back the other way. If you need to put your hands down, you can crawl yourself over. Just keep a tall spine as you go. Fast as you can. We're going to start to go a little faster. Chest stays up. Ready? Side to side. Just feel this out. We're not doing it for time. Just going to do a few reps on each side. Staying low. If it feels pinchy, you can come up a little bit and side lunge this way. Or if you need to, you can just come up every time. It's up to you. Stay low, 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 and relax. We're gonna do what's called a hover push-up. I'm gonna do this front facing from a modification or a modified standpoint. So I'm gonna do it from the knees, but then I'm gonna turn so you can see it the other direction. So you're going to do a push-up down toward the ground. You're gonna shift over to your right while you're down there. Shift over to your left, back to center, and push up. We're just gonna do 4 of those. So it's a hover push-up. If you need to do this from the knees, you can. Everyone else, full body. I'll show you what that looks like. You go down, you shift, shift, center, up. Ready? 4 reps, go at your own pace. If it feels pinchy or painful, just back up a little bit. Don't go as low. Also, you can start with a wider base with your hands. You don't have to have them super close. So 4 push-ups. Down to the floor. Hover to the right, left, center, and up. Engage your core the whole way through so your lower back doesn't sag to the ground. Down, center, up, down, right, left, up. One more. Down, right, left, up. Good. That's a hover push-up. Everyone else, if you need to take a break, you can. Otherwise, we're going to go into a hollow body hold. This is going to work our core. I'm going to have you lay flat on your back. The goal is to not let your lower back round or your pelvis move. So as you lay down, you need to have a flat back. If you feel like you do the hollow body hold, which I'll show you in a second, and you can't do it, you can always bring your knees closer to you and your hands closer to your midline as well. The longer your body is, the harder it will be. So you're going to intertwine your feet like this. Create some tension in your feet so that your body's engaged. Your hands are also going to do the same thing. So we're going to create some tension in our upper body too. And the idea is that the more tense we are, the less likely it is that we'll round. So we'll tense up our whole body and kind of flex it at the same time. What you're gonna do is you're gonna lift your feet off the ground a few inches. You're gonna try and get your shoulder blades up off the ground as well. And we're just gonna hold that position. So shoulder blades are up, chest is up, feet are up, and you're holding. You might shake like me. It's totally normal. I just want you to hold and squeeze best you can. If this is too hard or too easy, let's start with easy. Make your body longer. Hands can go overhead. Too hard, bend the knees. I just want you to hold 5 more seconds, keeping this engaged the whole way through. 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax. If that, again, if you felt like you rounded your back or your lower back came off the floor, you probably made your body too long. So just bring your knees a little bit closer. You can do a modified hollow body like this and then work your way out. If you need to work your way back in, you can too. So modify as you will. All right, I'm just gonna check to make sure everyone's on the same page. We're good. Somebody left. I'll never forget that. I'm gonna find out who it was. Oh, I know who it is. It's a client of ours. I'm gonna have to let her go. I'm just kidding. All right, so we're gonna speed this up. Side to side lunge. We're gonna do 5 on each side. You shouldn't feel like your inner thighs are gonna tear. So if it's too much, just come up a little bit. I'm going pretty low because my inner thighs are a little bit looser. But if you need to, just come up. But try to keep your hands off the ground this time. I'm gonna show you from this side to start. So you're here, okay? Feet are pointed out just slightly. We're gonna go 5 on each, staying low the whole way through. Notice how my chest might come forward, but my spine is straight. Here, and switch. That's 2, 2, stay low. 3, if you wanna pick up the foot on the other side, 3, you can do that. 4, stay low. 4. We're gonna sit here for a second. Keep that tall chest, spine is straight. 3, 2, 1, switch. Same thing, sit here for a sec for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go right to hover push-ups. Still do these from the knees if you have to, otherwise full body. Full push-up position. You're going down, to the right, to the left, back up, and go. We're gonna go 6 reps. 2, down, shift, middle, up, 3, 3, and that's 4. I can't even count. 5, 1 more. And good, hollow body hold on your back. We're just gonna do this 20 seconds. Get everything as tight as you can. If you're really advanced, get your shoulder blades up, curl yourself up a little bit higher. Your abs will be firing. Ready, set, go. Try to breathe, but don't hold your breath. Keep holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hop back up. If you need to take a break, you can. Otherwise, we're going side to side lunge. All right, here we go. Kick everything wide. 5 on each. Stay low. Hands are up. Unless you need to touch the floor or you need to modify with your hands, elbows on the knee as you go. Ready, set, go. Sink low, stay low, switch. 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 Sink as low as you can. We got one more on each. Just keep going. Don't pay attention to me. Sink as low as you can. Other side. And let's go back one more time. Sink in. Keep this heel down. You should feel your glute and your thigh. Whole leg is working. Switch other side. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and good. Nice job. Hover push-ups. Here we go. Full body push-ups if you can, otherwise from the knee. All the way down, 6 reps. Go. Shift, shift. 1, 2. Keep going. I need a breather because I can't talk and do this at the same time. Just shoot for 6 reps. When you're ready, meet me in hollow body hold position. Whew. I'm sweating. You knew that already. Here we go. Feet are together, hands are together, create some body tension. And we're going 20 seconds. If your feet need to come up, let them. Otherwise, get them closer to the ground. Just keep those shoulder blades up. Squeeze your feet. Squeeze your hands. Keep those shoulder blades up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Catch your breath. Torture is over. It's not really torture. This is just an act. All right, does anyone have any questions? Like, why did I come up with this? That's a good question. All right. If you have any pain, just make note of it and talk to me after. Send me a message. We can talk about why that might be. If something was too advanced, let me know, or you just felt lost, definitely let me know, because I want to learn from this and from you to make it better while still putting my own spin on it. All right. The next thing, we're going to go into a bodyweight squat. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. So you're going to get into a squat position. You're down. From here, you're going to stay down. You're going to shift into a reverse lunge on one leg, and you're going to come back up to the other side and up. If this is too advanced, just do reverse lunges. Just step back, alternate legs. Otherwise, everyone else is going to be in that bottom of the squat. If you can't do reverse lunges, sit in the bottom of the squat and do nothing else. That's all I want. 30 seconds. Squat position, stay low. It doesn't matter if you're leaning forward as long as your spine is straight. Ready, set, go. Hover low, back into a reverse lunge, back up. Switch. It's okay if you come up a little bit in between. Try to stay as low as you can though. And this front foot, when you do your lunge, stays down as best as you can. Almost there. And good. Nice job. We're going straight into pike push-ups. Modification for this, regular push-ups. If you need to keep going, you can't do regular push-up, do a modified from the knee. Everyone else, pike push-up. It's gonna be like a downward facing dog push-up. You're gonna try and get yourself into as much of a pike as you can, which just means bringing your hips up. And you're going to try to aim your shoulders and your chest and your head toward the floor. If you feel like this is too much, don't go all the way down. I don't want you to hurt your head. If you can't even do a pike push-up, again, do a regular push-up. We're gonna go 8 reps. You can modify your hands if you need to. They can be out, they can be forward, they can even be turned in a little, but this shouldn't hurt. So I want you to try to pike as much as you can. Focus on pushing most of your weight forward so you're actually using your shoulders for 8 reps. It doesn't have to be perfect. Spine doesn't have to be completely straight. Well, here we go. Ready, set, go. Aim straight down. Elbows can flare a little bit. Try not to have them flare all the way out. Keep them under you. 6, 7, one more, and 8. Perfect. From there, we're gonna go to a long lever plank, and we're gonna do some flutter kicks. If you need to take a break, you can. If this is too advanced, which I think I know everyone here, you could do a long lever plank. Just do that, hold it, keep your abs engaged. If you can't lift your legs, it's totally fine. Push-up position. You're here. We're gonna walk you until your plank is longer. So keep your hips toward the ground. From here, we're gonna lift a leg without rocking side to side and switch back and forth. All right, ready, set, walk yourself out best as you can. If you're sliding, I'm sorry, I can't help you, but make sure your hips are low. Don't lift them up toward the ceiling. And we got 20 seconds, nice and slow, lifting the legs, not letting your hips rock. My abs are already sore, so I feel this quite a bit. Side to side. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Take a breather, which I need because I'm dying. Whew. Really quickly, just gonna check. Good. All right. Take as much time as you need. We're going into that low squat to reverse lunge. Again, I said this before. If you get here and you need to come up a little bit, it's fine. Do it. You don't have to stay super low to the ground. I almost fell over trying to show you how to do it. So it's okay if you need to modify. All right, here we go. We're going squat position. Sink low. 3, 2, 1. Reverse lunge. Back up. Abs are tight. Try not to let your body move a ton through your spine. Side to side. Working our legs. Everyone's doing awesome, I take it. I can't hear you cursing me out. Keep going, we're almost there. Last one. Oh boy. All right, we got pike push-ups. Now, some of you might be like, I felt this a lot in my triceps because you were basically doing like a tricep extension. Turn the hands in a little bit on this. Let the elbows bow out slightly. You might feel it in your shoulders a little bit more. I'll show you what that looks like from this side. So your fingers will be facing each other a little bit more. So pike up, head is aiming down. Ready, 8 reps, go, down, up. Five, keep going. You'll naturally want to shift your weight more forward. Try to drive it straight down. Don't go over your hands too much. Keep your body back. Long lever plank flutters. I'm sliding on the turf, so I'm going to go on the rubber a little bit more. So I might be off screen a little bit. Do the best you can. And remember, you're trying to keep everything in line. Your hips shouldn't be up in the air like this, and they also shouldn't be, you shouldn't look like Daffy Duck. All right, here we go. Push-up position. First, walk the feet back best as you can. 20 seconds. We got flutters. Keep those hips low. Go. Hopefully you have music so you don't have to listen to me breathe. Keep those hips down. Abs tight. If you need to take a break, just stay in that plank. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right. I'm gonna look like Sideshow Bob after this. If anyone watches The Simpsons, I think that's his name. I honestly don't even remember. Okay. It's been like 20 years. How's everybody doing? Really good. Oh, okay. I swear, someone turned the thermostat up. Here we go. If you need more rest, go ahead and take it. You should already know what we're doing. Just catch up when you can. We're going squat to reverse lunge. Focus on your breath. Try to keep a neutral-ish spine. The reason why I keep saying that is because I don't want you to transfer from here to here and then round forward. It's okay if you're hinged. So if you're like this, just try not to round like that. Or the other way. Try not, where this isn't a dance. I know Annalise is here. That's the only dancing you're gonna see. Sorry, if it wasn't that great. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Lunge back. It's okay if your knee goes over your toe here. Don't worry about that. Just make sure nothing hurts. Try to stay low. If you want to pick up the pace, you're like, Brian, I can do this all day. Go ahead. You're welcome to. It's up to you. I'll do that to finish. Keep going. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. All right. Pike push-ups. Here we go. Whew. I'm sweating. The group instructors that do spin and somehow talk at the same time, I have no idea how they do that. I can barely talk right now. Okay, here we go. Take push-up, high as you can get. Aim straight down. Ready, set, go. 3, 4, 5. Do 8. And then we got long lever plank flutters. I'm gonna try not to face plant, although I'm sure everyone would laugh if I did. Here we go. Feet go back, walk yourself out. Hips low. If this is all you can do, stay here. I'd rather you keep your hips low than make this happen. It's not a downward facing long lever plank dog. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Fight the urge to lift your hips up. You don't have to lift your leg high. I'm just gonna stay here. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. We're almost there. I'm progressively looking crazier and crazier as this goes on. Oh man. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, hi. I'm Brian, the owner of Motive Training. It's a personal training studio in Grand Rapids. It looks like that. And over here. And there. Thanks for coming. All right. Don't worry. Yes, I know. Actually, I don't find it torturous anymore. I am enjoying dance. All my clients know that I actually am not terrified to dance in front of a bunch of people now. Step in the right direction. I won't show you because I don't have a partner, but I can really bust a move. Okay, we're almost there. So we're gonna break this up into 2 sets. We're gonna do a front to back lunge. It's similar to what we did on this, what we just did with our lunge. We're gonna stay low or as low as we can. You're going to lunge forward. And from there, you're going to try to lunge back. Now this foot here, the feet are gonna change. So as you go forward, you wanna plant this front foot, boom. As you go back, this one needs to plant down. So you're transferring your weight. If you wanna make this harder, you can stay low. Just make sure it doesn't hurt. We got 20 seconds. And on the left, it's gonna work both legs either way. Then we're gonna switch 20 on the right. Ready, set, go, reverse lunge, forward lunge. If you wanna come up and go into your lunge, you can do that too. Or you can stay low, it's up to you, however you wanna do it. Just make sure it doesn't hurt. Knees shouldn't hurt, hips shouldn't hurt. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good, take a breather, switch legs. Oh no. Let's stick to hustle for now. All right, here we go, other side. Ready, set, 20 seconds, go. Lunge, switch. Tall spine. If you lose your balance, it's okay. And again, you can break this up into 2 movements. You can just do a forward lunge, pause, reverse lunge. Take your time. We're not racing each other. Plus, I can't even see what you're doing. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. We're gonna do a modified corkscrew push-up. This is also called a lat push-up. All it is you're gonna bias one of your hands. You're gonna shift your weight into it. We're gonna do 5 on each side. Why are we doing more and more push-ups? Because I love them. And I write the workouts. Life is unfair. My therapist tells me that all the time. Life is unfair, just deal with it. All right. Sorry, everybody. I don't know what to tell you. We're doing more push-ups. I'm mostly kidding, but to show you from the front, we'll do it modified. Hands are out. You're basically gonna do a push-up and lean into that left side only. Not 100% of your weight. You're not gonna fall over. You're just gonna shift some of your weight over, push yourself back up to the start. Okay, so 5 on each side, modified or full. Again, it shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, don't go as low. If it hurts at all and you can't do it at all, do a modified push-up or a regular push-up. You'll be fine. Here we go. 5 on each. Shift down, shift up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Go. You get to watch my hard side. 3, 2 more. 4, 5. Oh. All right. I told you if you had sliders, we can use them. I'm going to use them for me. Mountain climbers. If you don't have sliders, you're going to do them normally. If you have sliders, use them. 20 seconds. A good push-up position. Knees are not rounding. You're not trying to hit your knee to your head. You're trying to keep a neutral-ish spine. Here, as far as you can bring your knee to flex it. Not this. Neutral spine. Ready? Set. If you don't have sliders, do regular ones, nice and slow. Go. My legs are on fire. My shoulders are burning. I think that's a good sign.
Try to breathe. Kick your leg all the way back. Don't do like this. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Oh. If you have water, now's a good time to drink it. All right. Here we go. We're good. I don't want to man bun it, but I might have to soon. I also have a headband, I could use that. Okay, reverse lunge. If your legs are shot, mine are getting a little wobbly. If they're shot, do a split squat. I don't care, 20 seconds on each leg. You don't have to move at all. Otherwise, try to go from that lunge swing forward to back. Doesn't matter which side you start on. Ready, set, go. Forward, back. Feet are planted. Spine can be a little bit forward, just as long as it's straightish. This is not a good lunge. Okay. Keep going. 3, 2, 1, switch. No rest, here we go. I can feel my heartbeat in my earphones. That's a good sign, I think. Or my head's gonna explode. Oops, my heel came up, it's okay. Nobody saw it. 3, 2, 1, we got a modified corkscrew push-up or a lat push-up, whatever you wanna call it. The names are irrelevant. A corkscrew push-up is really funny looking. I'm not gonna do those. All right, push-up position, hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. I would not have them right under you. It's gonna be a lot harder. And you're more likely to kind of dump everything in your shoulder. Give yourself some space. Hands can be a little bit wider. 5 on each. You can go this way, change things up. Whew. I'm crazy. I turned around, here we go. Ready, set, go. 3, 5, other side. Try to keep your abs engaged. Don't let your lower back round. Tight. Five on each. Oh, we got mountain climbers next. We are almost there, which is good because I need a break. All right, 20 seconds, as fast as you can go. And try to breathe through your nose, out through your mouth. This is called the talk test. If you can't talk and work out, your intensity is probably too high. The problem is I'm talking a ton, so it's harder for me to catch my breath, but my intensity is probably too high for what I'm trying to do right now, but that's fine. I'm trying to keep you guys going and explain as I go. But if you couldn't hold a conversation through this, you need to take a rest, let your heart rate come down. Here we go, 20 seconds. Ready, set, go. Flat spine, flat back, not rounding your hips. You can round them a little, just not a lot. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Feel pretty good. All right, no questions. We're gonna keep going. We're almost done. You know what? I'm actually gonna be on time. Shocking, I figured it out. 5 weeks later, I'm gonna get you all out at 6:30. Amazing. Oh, here we go. I'm not really that upset. I just don't want you to be here too long. Ready? Pick a side, doesn't matter which. You know your modifications. Make sure your feet are planted. Use your legs. Go. And switch. All right, here we go. Other side. Go. Get those feet all the way down. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Push-ups. Last set. If you want to do more, feel free. My legs are more tired than my upper body, but everything's pretty tired right now. My heart rate is up. All right, full body push-ups. If you can, modify it. If you can't, doesn't matter. You're still working your shoulders. You're still working your core. Just make sure you're stacked. Don't let your tailbone push out. Again, we're not twerking or doing any sort of hip hop dance moves. Keep this engaged. Like you could take a punch, not from Mike Tyson, but probably from me. Engage this. Here we go. 5 on each. Ready, set, go. Lean into it. Five. Other side. Five. Stay down. We're going to do 15 seconds of push-ups all out, fast as you can go. Ready. Regular push-ups, modified, doesn't matter, any kind you want. Set, go. Keep going. 2, 1. Nice job. Mountain climbers. Oh, I'm too far away. I can't actually see what I look like, but I feel like a mess. Hopefully, I don't look like one too much. No more than normal. All right. Mountain climbers, 30 seconds to finish. If you don't have sliders, again, just do them without them. Just don't kick your feet down. Float them up, up, like that. 30 seconds. Here we go. I'm just going to shut up and do these. Ready, set, go. Finish strong. Don't stop. Push through the floor. Don't let your shoulder blades collapse. Don't do this. Push through. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Okay. Okay, I'm done. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. As much as you can enjoy that. Oh man. Catch your breath, grab water. We finished a few minutes early. We're gonna stretch out. If you have any questions, chat, let me know. We're gonna do this every Wednesday, 5:30. Right now I'm doing a body weight workout. Sometimes throwing sliders in. I might throw some weights in if they'll be light, nothing too crazy. But eventually I will turn this into what is called KINSTRETCH, which is like we do every time in the beginning. It's more of like purposeful yoga, which I'm not saying yoga is not purposeful. It's very much like joint based. It's very intentional. There's a lot of direct like hip and shoulder work. But I'll be rolling that out later. So if you like what we do in the beginning, I'll be doing an exclusive class of just that in June. More details on that later. Okay, I'll stop talking. You're gonna meet me in a half kneeling position, one knee forward, one knee down. I just want you to pull your back hip forward until you feel your hip stretching on the front. So we're trying to stretch this out, which means I want you to squeeze your glute back here and pull it forward. I should do the other side so you can see what I'm talking about. Like this. If you need to balance yourself out, you can. Squeeze this glute, pull it forward until you feel the front side of your hip stretching out. Try to breathe through that. If it's not enough, sink in a little bit more. Just don't arch backward too much. You can arch a little bit, but just try to drive this hip as far forward as you can and breathe. 3 breaths on each side. And switch. I look like a boxer. I'm like breathing out and it is spraying, which I'm sure if you're wondering, I will disinfect, don't worry. And I am COVID negative. Not that any of you will be here. But I'm sweating is my point. Pull the hip forward as best as you can. Feel the stretch. If you need to, you can bring the arms overhead and really sink into that. Just don't arch backward. You're gonna feel that in your spine. And breathe. From there, we're gonna go into child's pose. Hands in front. Feet can be down or you can have your toes up. Sit back and relax. And breathe. We're gonna keep the arms straight and you're gonna walk them to your right side as far as you can go. Start breathing. And then walk them to the left as far as you can go. Still breathing. Good, and last thing, we're just gonna go into a cat camel. So cat first, you're gonna tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone under you, and lift your chest up toward the ceiling. Ready? Up, high as you can. And cow or camel, you're gonna reverse. You're gonna bring, almost like you're trying to lift your butt up into the air and your head up as your chest comes to the floor. And we're gonna go back and forth. All the way up. All the way back down. One more time. And relax. And that is it. Thank you all for coming. If you want to donate, you can. Venmo, Brian Murray 20. I put it all over Facebook and everything. Otherwise, I just appreciate you coming. Any feedback is welcomed. If there's something you want to work on next week, like, hey, Brian, I'm sick of you doing all this hip stuff. Perfect. That's good feedback. I can use that. Let me know. I would be glad to change it or modify it so that I can cater this a little bit to the people that consistently come. But any feedback is welcome. Otherwise, that is it. Thank you again for coming. If you don't know how to get a hold of me, I'm Brian from Motive Training. Just Google it. All right. All right. Thank you for coming again. Bye, guys.